There are 25 different titles for Antichrist in Revelation. 25?
25. He's called the man of sin, the lawless one. You can just go right through, and all of these titles are meant to give us a little glimpse into his character, his personality. He is the most wicked, most awful person. I mean, take Hitler and Stalin and Mao Zedong and all those people, and wrap them all up to one and then multiply them, and you won't even come close to the awful character of this man. And he's going to gain control of this world, and everyone will be under his domination, because if they aren't, they won't be able to function.
So, David, our audience curiosity, my curiosity is, where does this man come from? What can you tell us about him, based on biblical revelation?
All right. I believe he comes out of the European coalition, and ultimately he comes to power over all the world. And his strategy for gaining control of the world is to provide a license for everybody to basically be alive. We call it the mark of the beast, but basically this license was set up to control the economy of the world, and the way you qualified to be able to eat and sell and buy and all of that was to worship the beast, who is the Antichrist, the beast from the sea. And so that's where we get the mark of the beast, and he gains control over all the world. Here's the key thing that he does. He makes a covenant with Israel at the beginning of his career, and he promises to protect them from all of their enemies. And so Israel goes back home, and they kind of disarm. And the Bible says while they're at peace, he comes in and he breaks the covenant that he had made with them.
So the peace treaty is negated.
He comes in and he violates their temple. And what the Bible calls the abomination of desolation, the Antichrist actually sets up a statue in the Holy of Holies, which is an idol unto himself. And he requires the whole earth to bow down and worship.
What degree of persecution does Antichrist empower?
You know, it's interesting. That's a very insightful question, because it's not just all overt persecution. Just stop and think about it for a moment. If you can't buy and you can't sell, pretty soon you don't have any food. And my belief is that many of the people during the tribulation are going to die from starvation, because there won't be any way. They will not be able to participate in the economy of the world, and they won't be able to eat. And so little by little they'll die.
There could be no better place to celebrate America's independence than beneath this magnificent, incredible, majestic mountain and monument to the greatest Americans who have ever lived. Today we pay tribute to the exceptional lives and extraordinary legacies of George Washington, Thomas Jefferson, Abraham Lincoln, and Teddy Roosevelt. I am here as your president to proclaim before the country and before the world, this monument will never be desecrated. These heroes will never be defaced. Their legacy will never, ever be destroyed. Their achievements will never be forgotten. And Mount Rushmore will stand forever as an eternal tribute to our forefathers and to our freedom.